It's Tom Numbers. Welcome to Psych.Club, to the Tom Numbers Show. Here I am. Welcome to the countdown. That's what we've got tonight. So we are just 26 days away from the big one, from November 5th. Can you see the, don't know if it will do it if I tap there. No. There's a beautiful sunset behind me. You could probably just get all of the glare, but it's beautiful. 26 days away. Hey Louise, good to see you. Hey Karen, hey Diane. 26 days away. It's not long. Hey Teresa. 26 in numbers is God, is game, is card. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, as we were talking about yesterday. 26, it's not long. It's basically 3 weeks and 5 days now, just 26 days. Got my shungite today, my bluey purple one. Links are below. People are getting that, and get on Substack, get on the free email list. There will be an announcement, maybe over the weekend, probably more likely early part of next week. So everyone that's on there will get an announcement via the email list. So it's free to join. Chapter of my book will the next chapter of my book will be getting released. Those that are paid subscribers on Substack, you'll get that, and if you're a founding member, then you'll get your name in the book. Your name will be in the book as a founding member, as a supporter of the book. So, but everyone can get on Substack, on the newsletter, on the email list. It's free to do so. All right. 15 is early. 15. Well, this is shungite and orgonite, and not everything, as with everything in life, not everything is always the same. So you pay for quality, and that's what you get. Anyway, so 26 days away. 26 days away. Tonight, I'm going to be watching the film Ghostbusters, the original one, the one with Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, and the original four, the original casting of Ghostbusters. So when I was in New York, I don't know if Bob's on the show right now. Okay. So I was in New York last, which was actually no, it was the previous trip. So in 2021, I did a lot of videos around Manhattan, and one of them was, I did a John Lennon one. I did ones across the harbour, Statue of Liberty. I think I did some quick ones at the 9/11 memorial site with the two cubes in the ground. And then one of them I did was the Ghostbuster building, which is in the film, and it's on the periphery of Central Park, but it's an actual building. And Ghostbusters in numbers is 173, if I remember rightly. And 173 comes to Trump Storm, which is 85, 88, or 88, 85. That also comes to Knights Templar. Now, with all of this, we're learning some of the history, and whether it's history is the key is in the word, the clue's in the word. So history, his story. Is there a her story? I don't know, but anyway. So the one that writes it gets to record it as they wish, in the most part. But Knights Templar. So I've always felt that the original Knights were good. because the knights with the plural is plural with the S is 88, which is Trump. You got the Dark Knight, the Batman character. And I'll give you another reason I think that they're actually intrinsically good, the Knights Templar, the original ones, before things got infiltrated, and maybe there's infiltration before. Anyway, Knights Templar. So if you, it's confirming it in the chat. So we've got 63 in the chat with 18 thumbs up, 69 now. So 69 is checkmate, 69 is knight. 69 is people, 69 is financial, 69 is wealth, 69 is the word enjoy as well, so think on that. Nice one, Teresa, excellent. And also knight is, it can go around corners, it can do the periscope move on the chessboard, so it's quite a unique thing, the knight. I think they call it, the knight, the horse one, the knight. I was going to think there's another name for it, but it's, knight. It's interesting, you're right here, I was looking at Orko last night, the magician in He-Man. Anyway, knight. So if you do, in 1960, well, when JFK was born in 1917, remember when President Trump kept talking about the comparison with Corona and the Spanish flu? The Spanish flu is recorded as starting in 1918, but he kept deliberately saying it was 1917. 1917 is when JFK was born. The sports score on the radio in Back to the Future 2, which is coming out in UK cinemas for one night only, I believe, on the 21st of October. So go and watch it if you're in the UK. There's probably a re-release in the US as well, and other parts of the world. But the bit where Biff is in the convertible car with young Biff and old Biff, and old Biff is trying to give the young Biff the Gray's Sports Almanac, which is 222 in numbers, 1,000 years apiece, 222. Went to White House, 222. Trying to give him the almanac because it's basically, it's a device that can predict the future because it's come back in. It's got the results from the future, brings it back into the past, and then Biff can change history, and he abuses it, but then you see how it gets changed, and Marty and Emmett change it again. Anyway, when they're tuning in on the wireless, on the radio, a sports result, the final score is 1917, which is a reference to JFK. JFK is mentioned in the first one as well. They actually make reference to him, and also they say John F. Kennedy Drive, and the guy's like, well, who's that? Because it's happened in 1955, which is before JFK became a prominent politician. So JFK is born 1917, May 22nd. Incidentally, my grandfather, Sydney, is born May 20th, and in 1920. So he grew up in the same sort of timeline as JFK. Hence, he's one of my guardian angels. But JFK, 1917, May 20. Sorry, why am I saying 22nd? That's not right, is it? It's May 29th. Correction, May 29th. May 29th. But Sydney, my grandfather, is still on the May 23rd, 1920. But 1917, JFK, May 29th. And then, fast forward 46 years later and a half, basically, to the events of 1963, November 22nd. If you were to condense, if you were just to go from May 29th through to November 22nd and shrink out all the years in between, so i.e. the birth date of JFK and the assassination, changing of timelines, witness protection date of JFK, that's 173 days. That's 173 days. And 173 is Knights Templar. It's Trump, Storm. It's also Ghostbusters. And I think that's why they've released it, or one of the reasons they've re-released it. talking of storm, so obviously there's been that Hurricane Milton in Florida. Looks like it's flooded a lot of areas, Disney included. Watch the water. And I've been thinking, well, what's the numbers on that? Why is that? So Hurricane Milton, if I remember rightly, is it is actually, yeah. Hurricane is 97, which is through, which is beautiful. I mentioned the number 97 yesterday. And guess what we've got in the chat right now? 97 numbers. 97 in the chat. And 37 thumbs up. 37 is SR for senior. See, this is how it works, everyone. I should try and take a little screenshot of that. Hang on. There you go. I got it. So, yes, they would have done in Space Force. Yeah, definitely, Kim. So Hurricane is 97. And Milton is 83, which is the word election. So if you do Hurricane Milton, it actually comes to 180. So it's a 180. So it's a preparation. It's showing the numbers. It's in preparation for the flip. I was also thinking of other Miltons. So there's Milton Erickson, who was a famous hypnotist. And I was thinking, they're doing this and they're going to change. They're breaking the spell. They're breaking the hypnosis, basically. And then Elon put out a tweet today making reference to another Milton. What was his name? Milton. Is it Milton Friedman? I think it is. And I'm not even sure who that person is again. But anyway, Elon has put, I've heard the name, but I probably remember when I read again who it is, what they did. But Elon's put that out. So he's obviously doing that because there's been the Hurricane Friedman, and he's put out Milton Friedman. Sorry, the Hurricane Milton, and he's put out Milton Friedman. So, anyone know what was Milton Friedman? What did he do? I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, so Elon's put that out today. So he's obviously signaling about the hurricane. Now, Florida is 65 in numbers. So if you do Hurricane Milton, Florida, comes to 245 in numbers, which comes to the pure love of Christ. It also comes to my full name, Thomas Sidney Bushnell. And it also comes to, which you're going to enjoy, it comes to currency revaluation. That's what it comes to. We've got 114 in the chat right now, which is frequency, which is trump card, which is history. Sovereign. And we've got 47 thumbs up. 47 is the atomic number for silver. 47 is John, France. There you go. Everything's going to be known soon, Peggy. It's going to be made public very soon. Yeah, it's going to be made public very soon. So, yeah, everything is pointing to November 5th. I think I mentioned, did I mention yesterday? I sent it to my friend Monty Pandansar, the cricketer. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. So that makes sense. Free markets. So Elon's putting that out about Milton Friedman and Hurricane Milton, Florida is 245, which is currency revaluation. That's what it is. Which is Donald Trump, 138 revaluation plus military, which is 107, which is also 107 quantum, which is 107 atonement, 107 is currency. So revaluation, currency revaluation, there you go. Yeah, revaluation currency. Currency revaluation is 245. And it's interesting that Elon's put that out. Thanks for whoever put that up about Friedman. An economist in free markets. There you go. Another storm coming in. Okay. The storm is awakening. 85. Matrix is 85. Silver is 85. Criminal is 85. Kruger is 85. As in, the X marks the spot on Elm Street for JFK. They're actually re-releasing for one night only. Actually, no, it's not true. It's about 2 or 3 nights. Nightmare on Elm Street. Just a few days before November 5th, they're re-releasing it. I wonder why that would be, folks. I wonder why. Because Freddy Krueger is part of the nightmare, and that gets destroyed soon. See you later, Freddy. Your number's up. Your time's up. But yeah, X marks the spot. There's an X. I've stood on it twice in the last 4 years. When I visited Dallas and Elm Street at Dealey Plaza with where JFK was. So Kruger is also the baddie, the criminal, the demonic in Highlander. But Conor McLeod defeats him and kills him, chops his head off. So all that's getting reversed, just so everybody knows. But yeah, 85 is Storm, Awakening, Matrix. It's coming, folks. It's coming. Highlander's a great film. Highlander's 86, which is Celestial. 86 is also the word 19. You had that film by Paul Hogan, that film that you had that music track, which I really liked actually. It was 19, it was about Vietnam. No, 19, Vietnam. Vietnam's 84. Although if you do it with the extra A and the apostrophe, it takes it to 85. So, everything's coming, folks. It's all coming. It's all about to burst. The dam is about to burst. Dam busters, Ghostbusters. The ghosts, all the spellbinding is about to burst. That's what happens. That's they get busted. They get busted. So, I noticed this afternoon. I was just in the store and I saw some of the book titles. And there's a book called An Eye for an Eye by a guy called Jeffrey Archer. And Lord Archer, he got put in prison actually for a period of time. Now, I don't know what Jeffrey's history is, but anyway, he's written a lot of books. And this one, which is on the bookstores and the supermarket and other places, shows the back end. Fifth, there's the Millennium Wheel, which when you look at it from a certain angle looks like a huge Q. River Thames is 138, which is revaluation, which is transition. Sorry, 138, not transition. Revaluation, 138 River Thames. Houses of Parliament is 217, which is Mission Impossible, which is Lady Diana Francis Spencer. It's also Westminster Parliament Square is 355, which is remember the 5th of November. So everything points, everything's all laid out before you. But this book by Jeffrey Archer, Lord Archer, is called An Eye for an Eye, which is a biblical phrase, and President Trump's used it. He talked about it. And guess what the numbers for an eye for an eye come to? And it's 15. Eye is 35, which is also orb. So when I'm getting orbs, in my videos, particularly when I was in London, the eyes looking at me or giving me light as well. So my ancestors, my spirit, my guidance. Okay. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can. Yeah. 4 is 39, which is Big Ben, which is the name of the clock tower. Save the clock tower. They say it in Back to the Future. The real name, or the full correct name, is Elizabeth Tower 169 The Great Awakening, which is also Trump Tower. That's the clock. And then I, again, is 35. So if you do an I for an I, well, and, yeah, for, and then an, and then I, it comes to 139, which comes to 115, which is 11.5, which is November 5th, plus 24, or X, as in Twitter and X, comes to 139. Twitter is 115, plus X is 24, comes to 139. 139 comes to Christopher, as in Christopher Nolan, for all the distance. But it comes to the word transition. President Trump's spoken about the transition to greatness. Transition to greatness is 32, which is 80 miles per hour. November 5th, 24. You have all this work. You open the front page. Lord Archer says he's sold 300 million books in his career, and I think they said it's 115 books he's written in 48 languages or 48 countries, something like that. But the numbers 115, 11.5, which is November 5th, plus 48. 48 comes to Tom. 48 comes to lots of things. It comes to Zim, it comes to many things. But it's right there. So I could see it, the symbolism of the book. On the banks of the River Thames, Big Ben, the big Q, Millennium Wheel. Millennium Wheel is 1.5, which is Diana Francis Spencer, Consciousness 175. Everything there. You should be able to hear me. Everything's there. Anyway, so that's how it goes, everyone. Hey, Starfire. Can you hear me? You should be able to hear me. Drop top. It's great, isn't it? The convertible, I love it. Connor McLeod drives a convertible in a Highlander. If you can, drive a convertible if you can. They're not even that much more money, really, if you look around. But I was introduced to it a few years ago, many years ago. My friend gave me one. Then I got another one. Then I got another one, the one I was given to Mark Atwood that he's fixing up. And then this one. So anyway, all right, everyone. Much love. I'll see you tomorrow where we'll be at 25. 25 is C. 25 is Jack, as in Jack Kennedy. 48 is Tom, as I said, for the number on the book. It's Zim. It's also James. Yeah. And just over there, you can see it. You've got the full moon. It's not the full moon, actually. It's half moon. Half moon is Batman. 84. The events of Batman are predicted and confirm what's about to take place. Anyway, much love, everyone. See you soon. Shungite and Orgonite, the special composite. If you want to get this special Orgonite and Shungite, there it is. And get on Substack, email list. Big announcement coming. And activation process. Yeah, click the link. You've got my code for Tom Numbers 20. Gets you 20% off of everything. A lot of people are getting that. They've got wonderful products. They sent me some new ones today, which I'm looking forward to trying. So, all right, everyone. Much love. God bless. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.